Rugby World Cups due to injury so far, and this year it hasn't got any easier. His wife went down with COVID week 1, so he missed.
Defending their goal right away, and we are just inches away from a New York try, and there's an effort.
Good, that's okay.
Repelling defense by the Arrows, very strong. As Holland set out to Pryor, he's got Luke Hume! Luke Hume for the try, just like that, Mike Petrie.
And then they changed directions. You see Hollinshead there. Great skills by Nate Brakely there. The big man shifting the ball out wide to Luke Hume, who held the width for that attack.
You see Ben Foden getting in the mix. He had the week off last week. Big Charlie Hewitt with a nice pass to Hollinshead. And here's Savetta, 6'8" of him, gets it to Nawati. What goes on in there? You don't want it. It's not for the weak-hearted, certainly. As Brody gets it out to Adams. There's a crash from Pelfrey to Collette right up the middle into the posts, and it's a try for Toronto, just like that.
Watching was behind the screen, the wing that was out the back door, but instead they hit right up the middle. They had been using those runners out the back often early. New York probably bit on that runner out the back a little too hard. Opened up space and opportunity right up the guts, and then that inside support line was there if you needed it. Matt.
There's Montero on the far side against Hume, and it's no match. That's a try for Toronto. New York perhaps sleeping on the penalty.
You caught me asleep there too, Matt, and here I am talking about what happened a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, you've got the 5'9" Luke Hume versus the 6'4" Montero. On that play, that's a mismatch, and they took full advantage of it. And there's a try just like that for Toronto.
Some big runners in that midfield with Rumble lining up there outside of Taylor Adams.
Oh, and it's taken by Dylan Fawcett long in the lineout, and the hooker puts his boot to it, and it's a spectacular kick trickling into. Oh, great play by Mieres picking it up and reading it and getting it out in the open field, and here comes Toronto. Tommy De La Vega. Here's another counterattack perhaps from Toronto. Comes to Collette from Mieres. There's a big crashing run from Deanna, the number 8. Dylan Fawcett standing there ready to rock, and there's it. Try into the try zone, and just like that, Toronto.
We talked about the runners out the back for Toronto. Here it is, bang, right out the back, little short runner, one in hard at the line, and then that allows Montero to just sneak in.
Wrestling with the ball carrier.
Leave it, White, leave it!
Now New York defending their try zone again.
Let's use it.
And it's charged down by Shepard on the exit kick, and it's going to be a knock-on. It's not going to be a try, Mike Petrie.
And then the Toronto player falls on it in goal, and so we have a try. Yeah, try.
Oh boy, this is a big turn of events. This is another
Down,
try.
no, charge down, then it was off a 9, and then he gathers it and scores. I'd love to look at it again, but this is the decision. Try.
So the call is that it was blocked by Shepard, but it was then hit into Connor McManus, and then Shepard dots it down. So he's not calling a knock-on on Shepard, but he's calling a knock-on on. And he slots this one, and that is a big kick from Taylor Adams, Mike Petrie. Wow.
There's such a good likelihood that you're going to get a chance to get your hands up in there.
Speaking of 9s, we've got Andy Ellis in the game now, and just like that, New York is bursting down the field. Evan Minturn also with a huge carry, and now New York playing with a little extra something.
Get everyone involved in this attacking shape.
Absolutely. Here's Ellis. Pryor takes it off the back. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Kyle Sumption. Kyle Sumption making his presence known off the bench, and there's a try for New York. The arm goes up.
So here's that first scrum that gets New York way upfield. Like we said, they've got a great scrum. They're going forward. Kyle Sumption, talk about an impact right away. Both Minturn and Sumption getting their hands on the ball, getting New York on the front foot. And then here's Andy Ellis. Well, Kyle Sumption again off the back, plowing forward. Not going to catch there on the. You're not going to catch that on the replay, but Andy Ellis just picks that ball up and gets them over the line. So 3 players involved in all of those moves there, Matt, that have come off the bench for New York and have really made a difference.
There's a big crushing run by Toronto. That looked like it was Mike Shepard going into Nawati, who did not hesitate. And now Toronto fighting forward.
Derek Summers not giving him that, though. Letting Toronto keep the ball and play on.
There's Adams into Ben Lesage. Ben Lesage with a burst up. He's got a man on the outside. And it's a try for Toronto. Another try.
Used Mieres to the outside, so let's look at this. There he is out the back. Troy Lockyer just getting caught a bit in no man's land. All of a sudden then that opens up that opportunity for Lesage to just exploit that. And then we're over the top with a pass into the corner.
Adams, and it's off the posts, and Karam's in.
Closest to your screen.
And they're marked by that weapon that has been Manuel Montero. There's Kyle Sumption with the ball, and there's a lot of yelling. Here's Taylor Adams. And the 2017 Shoot Shield Player of the Year slots it, Mike.
Rucks forms.
As Higgins getting knocked down. As Luke Hume still going. Number 14 right in the middle. And Adams splits the uprights, adding to his league-leading point scoring record right now. To take into next week, take into the training session this week. There he is having to make a tackle on Thomas De La Vega, who gets it into Montero's hands. Montero heard you, Mike Petrie. He says he wants to be man of the match with that try, and that's a hat trick.
The ball knows where to be, knows when to be there. Toronto now putting the New York scrum again under all kinds of pressure. Andy Ellis missing a tackle there. Luke Hume coming in, can't tie the ball up, able to get their hands free and offload. And that comes with experience in that situation. Right, it looked like New York might have been able to tie the ball up.
And there's Taylor Adams showing his class from the tee, right?
Another 3 points.
Shaky start, forgotten. 62 for Adams, and the next one on the list as Ben Lesage, our man of the match, takes it. And can he get it all the way in? No, but he gets it to his teammate who dots it down. Toronto! Again, that looks like Jason Higgins. Here's Lesage, Mike. Look at him go up the pitch, looking for his fellow teammates. Presence of mind, and right there, Higgins. The opportunist.
Had support there, but again, New York not doing a great job of tying the ball up in these tackles, letting the Toronto players get their hands free to keep the ball alive. Lesage has just been so tremendous in his acceleration. He can really, but you got to finish that game strong. You got to finish everything off.
And there's Adams with yet another as they're pressuring the Arrow defense. There's now a tee. Does he have enough? He spills it away, and Toronto takes it back and kicks it through the back, and that might be it. And there's a thrown punch by Montero.
Game's over, game's over.